Hi John, you're the founder and leader of the Christian and Jobs Action Party. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Certainly. Thank you very much for inviting me on. I was born in Dublin, where I lived until I was 8 years of age. I made my first Holy Communion in Dublin. After 8 years of age, we lived in Boyle, County Roscommon, where my father was a member of the Garda Síochána. I went to the National School in Boyle, made my confirmation in Boyle with Bishop Handley, who was the presiding bishop, the late Bishop Handley. I then did my Leaving Cert with the Presentation Brothers in Carrick-on-Shannon. After my Leaving Cert, we looked for work in Boyle, surrounding areas, down as far as Sligo, likewise over to Carrick-on-Shannon, but no jobs were to be had. So we went to Dublin. We got a job eventually in Dublin in a major garage in a clerical capacity, where we worked for 2 to 3 years. There wasn't much opportunities in that particular business or in any other business that one might have been able to apply for. So like a lot of Irish young people and older people, we emigrated to London. We secured work in London in the independent television, which was known as Associated Rediffusion at the time, and we worked as a booking clerk for London Transport on the underground system. We got a great knowledge of London, but somehow or other we were homesick. We returned to Dublin, where we got a job eventually in the beer trade. And part of our duties was calling on pubs and hotels and the hospitality sector in Dublin and surrounding areas, and later on in Cork and surrounding counties, including Waterford and Kerry. When this business closed down, I was lucky and fortunate to get a job in the animal health food business. Part of my duties was calling on customers throughout the country, in Dublin and throughout the country. I was dealing mainly with wholesale and retail grocery outlets, which were run by families. We did excellent business with those people over the years and built up a good rapport with them, and they become friends. This was a major business that I was working for, and part of my duties also was on the export market, primarily in Britain, France, Germany and Italy. We also got a customer in Beirut, a customer called Masabni. Beirut was a very peaceful city at that time, known as the Paris of the East. They did great business and ordered every 3 months and paid good prices, CIF, carriage insurance freight. After this, when this business closed down, I got a job in the insurance business, more particularly in the life assurance business. And part of my duties was calling on people in their homes on a weekly and a fortnightly basis and a monthly basis, collecting premiums. I built up a very good relationship with those people in their family homes and got to understand some of their worries, and particularly, by the way, about jobs and things of that nature. When I returned from that business, I went into the business of the animal health food business that I had been years ago, and started the business myself. I built it up over the period of 8 to 10 years, and when I retired, I sold that business on. When I retired, I felt a bit strange for some time because I was used to working and dealing with people. But so eventually I started doing some gardening, helping my wife with the gardening. I took up some various interests. Computers was one thing I took up. I didn't know much about them. I started learning about emails and all this type of thing. And also I took up artwork and various other pastimes, including politics. Now, I joined a political party which had suffered a major defeat because their policies had been very good down the years and had brought on and helped various sectors of the population and were in tune with the needs of the people. Regretfully, during the so-called marriage referendum, which was a referendum to give legal the same as an ordinary marriage between a man and a woman to two men or two women, or bisexual or transgender, whichever you like, whatever you're having yourself. It was to give effect for these people to be able to be married the same as ordinary men and women. Now, the political establishment, including the party I had been a member of, and most of the independent TDs in the Dáil, supported this referendum. In other words, they didn't have a debate in Dáil Éireann, so as people, that is the Irish public at large, could understand the issues and the ramifications of this referendum. So hence, and the media of course supported it as well. The people that did not support this were generally harried and treated very badly by the media. So much so in the last debate on this particular issue, which was in RTE, the presenter or the chairperson of that in RTE, there were 3 people for the no side and 3 people for the yes side, and the 3 people on the no side were questioned relentlessly by the presenter, whereas the people on the yes side weren't questioned at all. So the whole emphasis was to denigrate the people that were against this change in the Constitution. So the result was nearly a foregone conclusion because the electorate was confused, hence the establishment of the Christian and Jobs Action Party. Yeah. We are not putting up with this, and we're going to fight this and everything else that we possibly can fight, particularly on the jobs front.
John, may I ask you just before we go, it relates to your retirement, I think you told me, and politics and painting, that the picture you have there has a sort of relation to your mixture of your recreation and politics.
It has.
Or religion.
Well,
Can you tell me
well,
about
the first picture there is the road to Emmaus, where our Lord, when he rose from the dead, the first 2 people he met was the 2 disciples on the road to Emmaus. And when they're sitting down to have something to eat, they recognised him, and then he disappeared from their sight. And they walked back to the apostles, which were hiding in fear in Jerusalem, and informed them of what they had witnessed. The other one is an example, is a painting depicting the 2 ESB poles that are in Dublin Bay, and this was in Clontarf at night time, because these ESB poles are a great beacon for people throughout Dublin if they're in the north side or south side.
Thank you very much, John, for coming along and telling us about yourself and the Christian and Jobs Action Party.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay.